Hi, and welcome to Moonlight Witchery. I'm Edie. We're going to enter into the Love Shack this weekend. It's going to be readings for all signs, so enjoy your weekend, everyone. Hi, Aries. We're going to be doing your love reading in the Love Shack right now for you, and I'm going to start with the Mother Gaia cards. We're going to lay your cards out all together, and we'll get a good picture of what's happening within your love life for the weekend, okay? Sometimes, you know, even though this is for the weekend, it feels like the energy goes on for however much. So I'm just going to get a ton of information of whatever comes in. We have Union. Very nice card. This is the center of what's happening. I feel a new love relationship. I was feeling that before I put the card out, but let's just see what else is happening here, because sometimes the angels can throw, the romance angels can throw some twists in here so that we can learn some really great lessons in life. So let's have a peek at what they have to say. You deserve love, huh? I was feeling something there come in about some sort of negativity. I wasn't sure what it was, but that is definitely telling me that you deserve love. So there's been some things going on and feeling your love life that have not been going your way so much lately, Aries. So let's take a look. Oh, well, the connection to the Akashic Records are Uriel and the Sphinx. So let's take a look at what it is that is going on here. So wow, so this is a lot, Aries, actually, that I'm feeling. I'm not sure if this is the planetary alignment with Venus or what, but I am seeing you go into a union. I am seeing that this is something that you feel you deserve. Finally, I feel like you've worked very, very hard in the past to bring this forward to yourself. And honestly, I seriously feel like your sights, you know what you want, and you're going to go after it now, Aries, because you're like that. When you know what you want, you're going to go after it. You're very determined. I see also this energy of, with Uriel and the Sphinx, I feel like this is very royal. I feel like this is also very lasting. So Aries, I'm feeling a few different things going on here. I feel like there has been a past relationship that it has been a long-term relationship, I feel, for the most part, for most Aries, that you have broken out of. I feel like you've learned a lot in that relationship. It opened your eyes to a lot of things, but it's also was the time that it was over, the contract was over with that person, and now if you want to learn new things, I feel that your concentration is on a new relationship. I'm definitely seeing that you have got your sights on somebody in particular. And Aries, when you want it, you go for it. There is an energy of fire behind you, and not just because you're a fire sign. I'm feeling in the movement of this particular relationship. In love, I feel like it is a good idea. When I see the energy, I'll just show you the cards here. So that's union. It's beautiful when you look at it. All the things that come to be that you've ever dreamed of coming from the heavens down into your life is what I'm seeing in that card. This one, you deserve love, means to me that there is an energy coming into your life. If it's not already here, I feel like it's going to be very soon, that you deserve love. And it's becoming it's because in your thoughts, in your mind, you have now managed to change those negative thinkings, because I feel like you've gone through a very dark night of the soul and you've pulled yourself out of it, and it's managed for you to actually feel good enough about yourself that you can feel like you can offer somebody some love. So that's pretty amazing, Aries. Good for you. Good work, because that's not easy to do. The last one, Uriel and the Sphinx here, tells me that you have angelic guidance. Archangel Uriel is here to help guide you within your relationships and to help you with the masculine energy. So whether you're a female or male, if you're a male, then they're here to help you, Aries males, with I feel with your power, with to balance out the masculine power, and that you're not, I feel like sometimes when you're in a relationship, when you're really upset, you can get over the top upset, and you react quickly, and you think of things quickly, you make decisions quickly, and you're not really hearing the other person. And I feel, Aries, that this is one of the things in the area of your life where it's going to change and it's going to move for the betterment. You're going to have much more temperament in this relationship, because the other person is giving you like love and energy, and feeding you and nurturing you in areas that you need it right now, and you're doing the same for them, and it's creating a figure 8 infinity energy. And this is like, this is a long-lasting love. This is one that's here for good. I don't want to scare you, but I feel like you've just been out of a relationship and now you're jumping into one. But the one that you're focusing on, I feel like you've had some options, Aries, and that now the one you're focusing on is completely like, you know it. You just know it. You feel it and you know it, and you're going for it. And I think that's really great. And the heavens bless it too. I feel like you're going to kind of know this before the next full moon in Gemini, for sure. So that's pretty fantastic. Now let's just see what's here for Taurus. Okay, Taurus. Come on out to play in the love shack, Taurus. Come on out to play in the love shack, Taurus. Let's see what Mother Gaia has for you, to say for you. What is going on with Taurus in the love shack? All you people who are entering into this tribe of energy, you found this channel because I feel like you need to. You need to hear what's going on, maybe from other people, or to have some understanding about the self, or something that you can offer. I feel like this, Taurus, somehow for you. So congratulations and welcome to come in here. So you have abundance. Ha ha ha. That is an amazing card. I got to show you. It's so beautiful. Look, I love these cards. These Gaia cards. They're just so incredibly artistic and beautiful. I connect very well with them. And sometimes they throw me for energy that I'm not used to, that I've never thought of. So they're really wonderful cards. So you have abundance here. I feel very protected abundance, obviously from the dragon realm, to tell the truth. Okay, so let's see what the romance angels have to say about your abundance right now, concerning your love life, Taurus. Give these cards a good shuffle. Let's see what they have to say for the love shack in the energy of Taurus. Woo, there we go. Children. So we have the children's card, Taurus, here. I feel like this is a lot to do with family. I may even say that some of this abundance, you're thinking about inheritance and how you're going to distribute it. If it's not towards you, you're not the child, then you're the adult that's going to need to distribute a bunch, I feel, of money, actually. And more than that, like there's some wisdom and knowledge, but we'll get into it in a minute. Let's just see what the Akashic Records have to say here for you, Taurus, for the weekend. Let's just see what's going on here, Taurus, for the weekend. What does, whoop, there we go. That's the one for the love shack. Autism. You know, I gotta tell you, I've been working with these cards a long time. And the last little while, I've been getting this card a lot. And I mean almost in every reading. It's called autism. What this means to me is the veils are very thin right now. And I feel like there is ancestry behind you. All your ancestors are there. They're helping you make decisions. Ask them for help. I mean, I swear, if there's someone that was a mathematician in your family that's passed away, ask that person for help. You're going to get guidance to where you need to be. They're going to vibrate your energy to where you need to be. I feel like this is not so much about love in a relationship, but more about love within the family unit. So this, I feel like there's some of you who have lost a loved one. You have some money that has come to you, and you want to distribute it amongst your family so that your family has wealth, not just you, but your family. And that's very beautiful and very loving. And I feel like Maybe some of you have lost a partner. I'm seeing some Taurus that you've lost a partner through death, and maybe through divorce too, but you know, it's a sort of a death, a divorce, but I feel like mainly it's from an actual death, and that this person, so they really want to come in strong. And a lot of people that are listening that have loved ones that have passed away, they really want to tell you that they're there supporting you. They're there helping you. They're there. I see you signing documents, and I see them with you when you're signing those documents to make sure, encourage you that this is the right thing. This is what you need to do. This is where you need to go. It's like they put people in front of you. The angelic energies are conspiring to do the same. They want your family unit to be protected, and that's what I'm seeing. So that is pretty amazing. Pretty amazing. There's a lot to do in this abundance card I'm seeing from the other side. I see some dragon energy here that is attached to this. Whether you believe in this stuff or not, there are these beings, elementals that live outside of our world. They come in and they drop in when we call them, and if we believe in them. They will, you know, the dragon is there to protect treasures and family. They're very, very protective, but they're also very fierce. So I feel, and very literal. So please be very careful when you're calling upon them and talking with them, because you have to be very concise with them. And they like when you leave them treasures. They like, if you have an altar or something of that nature, then they like when you give them little trinkets. They like shiny things. They like money. They like coins. They like jewelry. I mean, think about all the fairy tales that you see. What are they doing? They're guarding the treasures, right? They're guarding the treasures because they are working with humans. And as they're working with humans, they know what's valuable to a human. They know what's going to carry energy and what humans need. So they are there to assist us with this. So I feel like you can call upon them. I'm also seeing very strongly in this autism card that you should really concentrate about what you want, and place it into a candle. And I feel it should be a green candle. And I feel like you should cover this in olive oil and put your intention in this candle, and then light it and let it be to burn. And I feel like this is going to help you as well to tap into your ancestors. Their ancestors are going to come and loan whatever energy you need that's going to go into this candle. And I am seeing it surrounding money of some sort. So I want you to inscribe on the candle what it is that you want as well, and then you can just burn it. Now, that's a very simple way of concentrating energy and focusing energy into a specific outcome. But please have a conversation with your guides, your spirit guides, and with your ancestors, and ask them for help when you're creating these things, because I do feel there's some creative forms in there of where you should put your money, but you're not sure. So I feel like doing this with the candle will help you through this time. Okay, Taurus? So I hopefully that's helpful, and we'll see you next time. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and move into the energy of Gemini. So Gemini. Gaia, what have you for us for Gemini? For this reading, for this love shack reading. We have lots of cards that want to come out. I feel like I'm going to put them back because I just got one card. So Gemini, let's just see energetically where it is that you are. So this is the energy of love. Imagine that, your card, Gemini. So we'll see what, oh, wrong ones. We'll see which the romance angels have to say for you concerning the energy in the love shack. This is the energy of where we're going to hang out in the heavens in the love shack and find out what's going on. Come on, angels, romance angels. Let's see what you have for Gemini. Keep an open mind. Well, The Akashic Records. Let's see what they have to say concerning your love life. Energy. Setting your course. Okay. So Gemini, I'm feeling like there are very good options for you right now. I feel like you have a lot of options in love, so you're to keep an open mind. You know, the energy of the love, when I see this card here, I feel like you need to center this love around yourself right now. When you love yourself, Gemini, I feel like everything that is troublesome is going to fall away from you. I feel like when you keep an open mind, your energy expands. I feel like right now your energy is very constricted. If you were to sit for a second and just feel your energy, I bet you any money you'd feel so tight, so wound in, even though you're not, I feel like a lot of these stresses are outside stresses. They're not even something that you created in a way. We're going to get to that later on for setting your course, but there's a little bit about that. But I feel like for the most part, this is outside energies influencing you. I feel like for some of you, you may have had friends that you've trusted, and honestly, they really didn't deserve the amount of energy that was given to you. I feel like you gave way more energy, and you do this within your love life as well. You give way more to somebody who is not giving you back that in balance. When this card here, I see this card, love, I feel there's two butterflies in behind her, and they are, to me, representing your transformation in love. And I am seeing someone come to you within, I feel like it's a friendship, but I feel like it's somebody different that you've never met before. You create a new friendship, and then you find it's like a new group of people that you start hanging around with. I feel like the people that you've been hanging around with, Gemini, have really been dragging you down. I mean, really dragging you down. You're seeing beyond this world in many ways. And this is very intuitive for you. It's not something that, you know, you go out and you seek and you want to create psychic development. You just kind of have it naturally in your life. And that is really wonderful because you know, you listen to some of your instincts, but I feel like lately you've not. And I also feel like lately you've not been clear about where you want to go. So setting your course right now, and you're keeping an open mind all at the same time. So how does that work? You set a goal and you're working towards it. Well, how can you keep an open mind if you're setting your goal towards a certain thing? It's actually quite easy. Here's your goal. I would like a really loving, reciprocative, beautiful, loving relationship right now, whether you're in one, whether you're single, or whether you're with someone and it's tumultuous, or whether you're with someone and you love them, for that matter. For the most part, people come here and listen because they had troubles within their love life. So this is going to help them through that. And so what this is saying is that there's a suitor that's going to bring to you towards friends, but you have to make up your mind that this is what you want. Somebody new. You're going to set your sights and your ideas. As soon as you set your sights and keeping your energy on a specific course, which is, I would like this in a person, whether you're man or woman, I would like this to come to me. And in this, you're going to have a list. So now is the time to sit down and write, because I'm going to tell you something. Right now, Venus is very strong and it is going direct. And as it goes direct, there's still some energy from the past, from it going retrograde. It's not going to just happen overnight. But I'm going to tell you that this has gone direct. And when it goes direct, you better make sure that you have your minds made up about things, because whatever you're thinking, you're going to manifest. If you're manifesting a lot of chaos and a lot of stuff you don't want, it's because you're thinking about stuff you don't want. You're concentrating on the things you don't want. So instead of that, do your Gemini thing towards yourself and be happy and be joyful and creative and social and getting out there and making things happen. I feel like, Gemini, you make things happen. And that is just so fantastic. Congratulations for that. But set your sights, because when I look at this, there's a rainbow. As he's setting his sights, there's a rainbow there. There is gold at the end of the rainbow. I feel like money, love. I feel like some of you are going through possibly some court energy, like dealing with family court, something of that nature. I feel like a lot of Geminis are dealing with children, not feeling adequate. And I feel like if you just set a few goals, let things happen as you go along, then you won't get so upset and so disappointed towards things. And I think when you are genuinely open to things and not like feeling inside that you don't deserve love or that this person isn't your type or that kind of thing, I feel like for some of you, you know, you may have settled in a relationship, and I don't think that I feel like this is the time you're going to be like, okay, enough. I'm not doing this anymore. This does not what I really want. And as you go through that, I feel like setting your goals on what you really want allows that forward movement to begin. And as it begins, it snowballs into a relationship that you love. Someone loves you. They're coming towards you. I see it clearly that this is happening. And I feel like it's very social, and this is going to change your life, Gemini, and it's going to change their life. So the two of you together, wanting together right now, is absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. I'm going to say be cautious of some friends. I am seeing a group of friends that are very detriment to you, and they hold you down, and I think they're even keeping you, some of you, in an addictive form, in an addictive state, because they are addicts and they don't want to be there alone, and they literally are pulling on you to bring you down to their level. You're never going to bring them up. They're always going to bring you down. That's what I'm seeing, Gemini. So it's just a little word of caution there. If you want to change who you're attracting, I feel like you need to get out into different things that you know are more on your level, because I feel your heart is balanced and good, and you just need to give yourself confidence to get through that. Okay, Gemini, so we're going to be moving into the energy of Cancer now. Energy of Cancer. So, help us bring energy into the love shack for this group of the weekend. What have we got in the love shack for Cancers? Whew, they want to jump out, Cancer. I'm just going to take that top card. I'm just feeling it. So towards you, this is the Sage. Very interesting. You know, I had a vision in my mind when I was shuffling this of a person with gray hair, beard, mustache, and very sort of like Celtic in nature. And look what comes out. Look at the cover on this. I literally saw that card before it popped out. That's pretty amazing. So we're Cancer, we're going to see what the romance angels have to say. You wise sages. Cancer, the one of family and home. Let's see what the romance angels have to say to you in the love shack. Energies for the weekend in love shack. You know, I call the love shack because there's a little place in heaven where my angels come and gather. And my guys come and gather. Make the effort is the card. And it's called the love shack. So that's what we're in. We're hanging out in the love shack. Make the effort. I was seeing children as well. I swear that I am seeing these cards pop out before they're coming. So now, of course, I'm not getting a vision of the Akashic record cards. see if I can do it. What do you think? I feel like there's a building on the next card. Let's see. See how good I really am. Okay, Gemini. Let's see. Six of Keys, in crescent moon. Well, there is a building on there, but it's from the inside of the building. It's not quite what I was seeing, but close enough. So, we just passed the energy of this in crescent moon, and it's coming to, I know it's the last one in the reading, but I feel like we've just passed this. So I feel like now something is going to shift and move. Something happened on this new moon for you that has made you come out of the dark. It's almost like I see you coming out of the darkness of this relationship, of what's going on. I feel like you have been in a very dark place, a very depressed place, but this is something that you needed to go through to transform inside yourself. I feel like, Cancers, that you are you sort of went into your little shell, you know, like when a when a crab has its little home, its little shell, its little protective energy. I feel like this is, you're protecting what you got right now. You've been through a lot of shit. I'm definitely seeing that. And I'm definitely seeing that you're wise. You've tried to help someone. I feel like you tried to help someone. Cancer, you really did. I feel like you put every effort into it. And I feel like maybe for some of you Cancers, there's been long distance relationships. So I feel like you've been, something really devious has been going on. I feel like something very devious has been going on here in your past. And whether you're with this person or not, if you're with the person, I feel like, Cancer, you should maybe be thinking, okay, let it go. I know you're thinking about children, and I think you're thinking about your work, your creativity, etc. But honestly, this card reading tells me go inward on the dark moons. So we just passed one. You could still probably work with some of the energy over the weekend. You can go in, meditate quietly, think about what's good for you. I feel like if you thought long and hard and you made a list, pros and cons about the relationship, either just past relationship that you're sort of feeling lonely, missing, or you're in one, I feel like the energy is you don't want any more nonsense. You're willing to work together with somebody who is willing to accept your children. You're willing to talk things over, but you're not willing to compromise, and I don't feel like you should. I feel like you know innately what needs to come through, and as it comes through here, Cancer, you feel like you need to look after your home. You need to have your children fairly close. I feel like some of you, share children. For the most part, maybe most of you have children at home. They may be going away to like IC school or something like that, so it's time for you now. And for the most part, some of you I see have little children. Anyways, regardless of all of that, I feel like you have retreated into the self. I feel like for the most part, most of you Cancers have been in long distance relationships, or, to tell the truth, it could be that you live fairly close, but the energy of you two are very far apart. You thought it was closer. The other partner was not thinking it is developed as what it is. I feel like you almost want to marry this person. If you're not married, you wanted to marry them. And it was very devastating, I felt like, when it broke down. You really applied yourself, though, into your children and into your work. And that is a creative way, a healthy way to get rid of your anger, to tell the truth. I see some of you working on a farm, baling hay is what I'm seeing, and you're working your anger out with that. So that's, I feel like you really, in the past, Cancer, I feel like maybe you've gone too much inward. You can take things out very harshly on other people. You can be very hard on other people, very, opinionated about something. And I think that for the most part, you can righteously be opinionated because you've done your research and you've thought about the things that you are very firm on, you've thought long and hard about, and you're very smart and developed. So I feel like you have a reason to be making that argument. A lot of people argue just because they want to be right. So I'm seeing some of that. Let's try to just not always be right. Just let it be. Let people be the way they are and watch and observe. This sage is really talking to me right now, and it's saying you are the master of everything that you create. You see, it's telling me, it gives me the energy. You see what's going on. I feel like you can see through the crap, but this last relationship, you weren't expecting this blow, but here it is, and you're working through it, and you're coming out stronger. You may feel a little tattered, you may feel a little worn, but I feel like overall, it's really good. You're doing very, very, very well working through this. I feel like you're over the threshold of anger and upsetment, and you're ready to make an effort either to reconciliate or move on in a direction that is going to give you some more freedom within the family unit. I feel like there's a creative project somehow that you create that gives you more family freedom. So don't worry, Cancer. You're going to work through something. I feel like right now is not the time for you to be moving ahead and going out and finding a whole new love and all that. I feel like now's the time to contemplate what's going on in your love life. Whether you're married, whether you're not married and living with someone, whether you're single, whether you have just broken up with somebody, or you're in a situation where I feel I'm seeing all these things. You're in a situation where there's a third party situation and you've had to, in the distance one, I feel like there's another person met another person, and you're kind of left out in the cold. So you've had to go inward and contemplate a lot of things, and somehow you come out shining, you come out ahead, you come out with wisdom, you come out with being able to move forward, where the other person, they're going to stay stuck in their nonsense and they're going to make some repeated mistakes, and you're going to come out in looking a little better at the end of the day, because you took time to build relationships with your family, and you took times and steps towards building a loving relationship. Just because it wasn't reciprocated fully right now, I feel like you put the energy out there and it's going to be paid forward, and the next person you meet is going to come back to you. It's going to come back to you in full love. So enjoy that, Cancer. That's going to be really nice for you, and it's not going to be too much longer. I feel like, you know, end of December, January, you may meet somebody, which is going to be really great. Okay. All right, Leos. Let's have a little peek about what's going on in the love shack with Leos. All my angels and guides hanging out in that love shack. Want to help with this reading. Help me give positive, good energy of helping me move forward. Leos in love life. Okay. This is the 10 of Earth. And romance, angels, come on out to the love shop. Hang out in there for a little while. Let's see what's going on for Leos. In the love shop, that's it. Healing family issues. Karma time, right? Facing things. That's what everybody seems to be doing this month. It's how we grow. It's how we move. Akashic records. Come on out to the love shop. See what's going on for Leos. Let's see what's going on for Leos. The Architect. So, Leos, I am seeing that you have recently broken up with somebody and you are still going through some healing, and you're also healing family issues, because I feel like karmically right now, the Architect, you have built your life the way it is. And I feel like you had really good intentions starting out, you know, when you're, this, I feel like for people like maybe a little bit older, even if you're younger, it doesn't matter. You've started working through issues about your love life. I feel like most of you who are listening here have had relationships, serious long-term relationships, and that you are, there's been some damage from it, but I feel like you are, it comes from your family though, in general. I'm going to say, I'm seeing this, the way you're thinking. It's like you have an idea in your head that you want to build something, Leos. And I feel like you have specific goals in life. And these are like divinely guided, and you know it. You just know it. There's so many, I'm seeing so many different things. Like when I look at this card here, the 10 things, there is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 butterflies in here working with angel, 7 actually butterflies working in here with all sorts of angelic energies that are giving you wisdom. And they're working through the third eye. They're clearing out the third eye, I see, and they're working and they're clearing so that you can see why these things are happening in your family unit, and then how to fix them. So you're definitely working on the fixing part. You're healing. You're bringing your family together here and there where you know that you can. I am seeing you have had an ancient life in Egypt, and as an architect or working with architects, you know how to build things. You know how to physically build things. You know how to build homes, but I'm seeing bigger structures, monuments. You know how to build all this energy. Now, you know, if you think about that representatively in your life, you had that life so that you could learn, you can build things here. It doesn't have to be a building. It can be your own home. It can be building relationships. The same principles apply of what you learned in that lifetime as what you are doing now. I feel like you like extravagant things, but you don't overspend. But when you go and do spend, it's like what you want. It's what you want. I feel soon as you forgive your parents in life, and this is huge right now, Leos, I feel like when you begin your life right now, you're going to be in a much different space. The energy of forgiving, I feel like, you know, for a lot, it's been very difficult for you to feel love for your parents in some regards. I feel like there's been a lot of distance. A lot of things that has transpired that you would prefer weren't the way they were in your family that you overlook. And I also feel like they are going to loan you energy for your love life. I feel like some of you Leos are quite alone, even though you have social lives. I feel like at nighttime, this is when it hits you. And this is when I'm seeing these ancient energies step in and say, it's okay, you can rebuild this, you can do something. What you're going to have is so much better. Leos, what you're going to have is so much better. And even if you're in a relationship, you can tear down the old structure of what you had and rebuild new. You can go to counseling. You can get healing for your family, because I'm seeing some deep-seated issues. I am seeing some abuse, a couple of different types of abuse as children, and a lot of emotional abuse, truthfully. I feel like there's been a lot of anger and emotional abuse towards just the family unit, and you are definitely changing those and healing those. And how powerful and great is that, Leo? Congratulations on that. And I am seeing a relationship come for you, just not right now, certainly not this weekend, but I am seeing some family things come around. So that's nice too, you know. When you have those things healed, that's how you build your relationships, right, Leo? It's how you build them. So, you know, we make mistakes, we live, we learn, and we move on. And whether that mistake is we picked the wrong person, or whether they are the wrong person for us and we put up with it, tolerated it, whatever, long after we should have, you know, because everybody does that at some point. I'm saying we, but I'm saying Leos in general, you know, you can tend to do that, and you can tend to be pretty angry when things fall apart. So I feel like that piece is letting go. You're learning that you don't always have to be angry. You can still be friends. You can still be, maybe not best friends, but I mean, you can still be civil to each other regardless. And that happens when you lose the anger, when you're truly healed. When people are still fighting so many years later after they break up, they still love each other. They just don't know how to work shit out. You know, and I feel like this is what you're learning, Leo. You're learning to work stuff out. So that's pretty fast. Okay, we're going to head on to Virgo now. Virgos, come on out into the love shack. Hang out in the love shack with all the angels and guides and all your spirit guides who want to hang out and have information for me. Come on and hang out in the love shack. And we have the King of Water. Oh. You know, it is said that there are very few kings of the elementals. So like the kings of in the heavens, there's kings of mermaids, and I feel like you got one of the most important ones that has a feminine energy. You know, in the realm of water, the mermaids and mermen, there is kings of water, and they usually have one queen. There's usually only one queen, so they deal with the energy of water and love. So that's pretty cool. They're very passionate. Playful is the card that jumped out. I felt like I should take it. Oh my goodness, come on. I feel like that's too soon. I haven't even asked what, so I haven't even given it any direction yet. So the cards, come on out into the love shack and tell me here what is going on in the Akashic fields. Let's see what's going on for the Virgos in this reading. Here we go. Okay, how could this possibly be? The Architect. I shuffled and shuffled and shuffled here, right? Must be. Okay, here we go. So, similar to Leos, Virgos, maybe you guys are seeing each other. I am actually seeing that for some people. So, what I have here, the King of Water, this King of Water is one of the only kings that sort of has a mate, and they are the Queen of Water. And this Queen of Water, there's very few Queens of Water, to tell the truth. And so they are masters. These bodies of waters have masters, and they have gods and divas that live in the water that you can ask for help for. So I feel like Virgo's going near water right now and asking the elementals, the energies of the mermaids. They're very powerful in helping you change your love. I mean, I have gone to a body of water when I have been troubled in my love life, and I have asked for protection, and I have seen a huge mermaid come and arise, a male mermaid arise on the edge of Toronto in the city. And I'm sitting at the lake and I'm watching this all above the high rise, and I can see it through the veils, and I can see him. And I remember doing a spell and putting out energy for healing in this. And I'm telling you, I've never felt so protected. Every single time I felt hurt, I felt that energy of that mermaid come in and be like comforting, and like if he fixed my heart. I may actually do a healing like that online for people, because I feel that was very powerful one in my life for healing. And this is something that you can do for past energy I'm seeing. I feel like there has been a lot of stuff go on, and you've recently let go of a relationship, Virgo. There was a lot of playfulness in it, but I feel like you need to be playful now. And your romance angel is telling you, when you go out and play and you go out and have fun, because a lot of you are sporty, a lot of you are very adventurous, very social. You like your private time, but you Virgos are very, very good at being social and very, very organized. Even if you're organizing the party, you're the architect, build up a party. You know, like I feel like you need to do this. And in this social settings is where you're going to meet your next partner. Okay. And for those of you that are in relationships, work at building something playful. Put some play into your work, into your relationship. It's not fun when it's all like stressful and hard and not nice energy. When I look at this card here, the King of Water, there's these little seahorses in here. You know how much seahorses are representative of coming together of relationships? There's a new relationship on the horizon. It's just right there. You really, really just have to build it. Build it in your mind. Think about it. Create it, what you want. And be playful. Go out and be playful. That's what I'm getting for you. That's what I'm getting for you, okay? Okay, Libra. Let's go hang out in the love shack. Have the energies, guides, and guardians of love that want to come down and work with you, your ancestors, all of you who wish to come and have a conversation here with. Okay, so we have the Seven of Water. Huh. Very interesting. I'm feeling like this has to do with letting things go. So I feel like some of you who are in relationships, if there's a lot of drama in your life right now, I feel like you should just let it go because it's going to pass. So those of you who are getting to know each other is the next card here from the Romance Angels. So we'll tap into that in a second. And for you Libras, for the energy of the love shot. Oh, there it is, right there. The King of Scrolls. Okay, so I feel like you've tried to control what's happening. I feel like there's people here, Libras, are like separating. There's a lot of separations. I'm seeing those of you who have gone through separations. Some of you I feel have lost loved ones. I feel like either through death or through just a divorce or separation. I feel like you've known that this is coming, yet you've still had your hopes and you put all your hopes and dreams into this relationship. And I feel like it was suddenly that it was over. And I feel like there's a piece of you now that is just sort of in the finally getting over and healing and just sort of going with the flow of things. I'm feeling, Libras. I'm also feeling like there's a lot of self-care going on here. And as you do this self-care, for those of you who have been working on the self-care instead of sitting in the energy of the loss, those of you who are doing the self-care, you're getting out, you're getting to know other people. I feel like you may have met somebody new recently and you're just getting to know them. But I feel like you're building deep, deep bonds. This is not frivolous for you at all. You know, I'm feeling this King of Scrolls. There's a new person entering into your life. It could be male. I'm feeling for the most part, this is reading for women. Not all, but for the most part, this is a man coming to a woman for you, Libras. And I feel like they come to you full with their open heart. And so then this sort of heals you and you can go to them with your open heart. And you're sort of trusting again, because it's almost like you've trusted in so many different scenarios in your life that it was like, now you're like, oh my God, I can't do this again. And yet here it is, love presents itself to you. Huh, rough life, Libra. You always got love, something to do with love. So, you know, hanging out here in the love shack is maybe a good thing for you, because I feel like the energy of healing is sitting in around these energies within love. You know, I sat in meditation for a long time thinking, what am I going to do? How am I going to bring to people that's something that people may need? And so when I was doing meditation, I came up with this energy of the love shack. And it's what I call it, because it's like I sit in here and all my angels and guides come into this space and they start telling me that this is what you can do, or that's what you can do. So maybe you guys can have a little sanctuary meditation of your own, or maybe I'll create one and put it online and you can all go hang out there and just be getting good direction in our love life. I feel like at this time, you know, we just came out of the Piscean age, and as we came out of the Piscean age and we're in the Aquarian age, we're perfecting things in our life. We had in the Piscean age the energy of Jesus the Christ, which is love. He brought us love. Our love in this world, the reason why we can love to the depths of what we have, it's because of what he did for us. And I mean, it's just not a religious connotation. He just came here to this earth to help us. He is a master of light of this planet. It's that simple. And as that energy comes in, he's the energy of life. Do you guys pray even, maybe? Ask for help from the quorum that Jesus works with? You know, ask maybe from that. I'm feeling that will help you tremendously. There is also some socializing that I'm seeing, Libra, that you need to do, because I don't feel like you go out and socialize all that much, unless it's with people you really, really know. This card here, getting to know each other, means to me you're stepping out of your space. You're going out with a person, a new person. You're going to their friends, to their family. It's like you're going out on these little adventures. Getting to know people on deep levels is really important. So as you take this Christ energy into your life, I feel that this is what's going to open up the energy, the expansive energy of bringing in this new love to the depths that it needs to come in. And I really am seeing here something very important come in. As you bring in this Christ energy, the other person is as well. It is the foundation of how we are going to change this world. It's really that simple. People's love lives are how we're going to build and change the foundation of this world. That's pretty phenomenal, and a pretty much, you know, maybe it's because you're Libra, you bring this energy in balance that is so important for you to have this understanding. Because I feel like maybe you guys might take a little bit of the lead, considering Venus is your ruling planet, you know? And so working with Venus, the energy of water, I feel like bringing beauty into your life is important, and including within your love life. Getting to know someone and seeing the beauty within them, I think, is the key for you for this weekend. Okay, so enjoy that, Libra, and we'll see you again in a few more videos. Welcome, Scorpio. We're going to get in with your reading. Mother Gaia, hanging out in the love shack here in the heavens. What have you got to offer for Scorpio in the love shack? All guides, guardians, and angels that want to help, please help do so here, at this moment in time, for Scorpio. So we have the self, Scorpio. Imagine. Totally seeing that for you guys. Let's take the romance angels and see, what do they have to say for you for your love life right now, this weekend? Scorpio. Woo. Okay. Wedding. My goodness. Well, well, well. What have we here, Scorpios? Hanging out in the love shack with the Akashic records. People, what have you got to say here? Diversity. Well, this is quite an intense reading here, Scorpio. I feel like you've had a lot of time nurturing the self, a lot of outside help from the elemental realms, and what I mean by that is all the elementals like fairies and dragons and Pegasuses, and I'm seeing things of that nature come in and around you, and they really want to help you. A matter of fact, I see some of you might even be getting gifts of these little types of things. Maybe someone will bring you some gemstones, or like a little figurine of a dragon, or I'm seeing things like that in and around you anyways. So these things have helped you through healing the self. I feel like you've gone through a lot of healing. I feel like a lot of you have been through some very destructive energy. I feel like some of you have left a marriage and are gone through divorce or just finishing that. And if you have not done so, Scorpio, I'm sort of feeling that you've neglected to look at this, in that anything that is not cleaned up in your past relationship-wise, if you want to go further, because I'm seeing a wedding coming, okay? Like, I'm telling you, I see marriage. I'm seeing marriage. And if you know what you want, you have your sights set on someone, I'm telling you, that's coming in your future. That's coming in your very near future here. Venus is working with you to a tremendous degree, and they have helped heal you. And I even feel like for a lot of you Scorpios, that this is a person that may come in from your past, and that they may want to offer you something more than what it was in the past they offered you. I feel like they may have offered like to live together before. Now they're like bumping it up because you've been like, I think like some of you may have lived with them and it wasn't good, so you moved back away, or they may have lived with you and then you told them, no, this isn't working out, and they go away. But I feel like for a group of you, some of those are coming back, and you're going to be talking marriage now. So for those Scorpios who do not have your business cleaned up, for instance, if you've been separated for 10 years, because I'm seeing some of you, 7 years, whatever, those types of things, you're not going to get back together with your person. And yes, there may be some financial things that you have to work out. So what? Work it out. Do it. Get on with it. Stop having fear about that, because I'm seeing with this diversity card, you're going to have so many options to make so much money and grow so much more spiritually with this person than you ever have in your entire life. And I'm telling you right now, if the person that you are contemplating, you know that this is the person's for you. So whether it's a serious commitment, because I am seeing that marriage, serious commitment, or the situation is going to develop into, you're going to get engaged, you're going to become married for sure. So, Scorpios, that's pretty heavy duty, and I am seeing this all done in peace, because I feel like in the past, you've done things and you've gone through things that's always been like it has to be trauma, like major, major, major trauma. And I'm seeing now that you're like, no more trauma, no more drama, I'm done, I'm going to go through this peacefully, I'm going to develop a relationship that I want, I am good with myself. Now that I'm good with myself and I'm healed, I may have some things, sure, everybody has things from the past, but I've let it go, I've coped with it, or I've done what I can and I'm going to continue doing what I can. Get all my papers in order, all my ducks in a row, have my energy for things. I see a lot of you Scorpios starting to save some money. You're not spending so much anymore. I feel like you have a reason to save money. I feel like there's just been like money there and it's been lucky and you just kind of wasted it. But you'll have a chance again, Scorpios. You're going to have a chance again to make more money. You use this relationship in those regards wisely. Don't let it go like you did the last relationship. I feel like you lost yourself in that last relationship. You lost yourself deeply, more about what the other person wanted. I feel like the other person was very controlling and very, they're there to test you. They're there to test you while you had it good. And I feel like you're going into a little bit of a rough time, but it's going to work out, Scorpio. It's going to work out. Use the diversity to your advantage, okay? That's what I'm seeing. Use it to your advantage, Scorpios. So good luck with that. Let me know how it goes. Comment down below, and that way we'll see what's going on. Let's get into Sagittarius now. Sagittarius, hanging out in the love shack, making the angels come with us and hang out and give us some information, and our guides and our beings of light that wish to hang out in the love shack. Come on out and hang out. Okay, so we have the Queen of Fire. Very nice. Wow, these cards are just incredibly beautiful. Imagine the Sagittarians getting the Queen of Fire. I'll show you. She's very beautiful. The artistry on on these cards, just, they blow me away. I just love them. They're so artistic. I want to take them and put them on my wall. Okay, so let's ask the romance angels to come and hang out in the love shack here. For Sagittarians, what's going on? A little shuffle here. Okay, romance angels, what do you have to tell us? Separation. Okay. Okay, Sagittarian, let's see what the Akashic Records have to say about your relationship in the love shack. Views of the ego. Wow. Okay. Look, Sagittarians, I am seeing some amazing stuff come in here. The Queen of Fire. She is forward moving, sometimes sharp tongued, but very beautiful, very much energy of, I want to accomplish things. I want to come in with beauty. I want to come in with grace. I feel like at this time, the romance angels are saying that you need time away from your loved one. I feel like you need to have time for yourself, that you need to grow. With this card, the views of the ego, I feel like just this month, Sagittarians, I feel like whether you're in a relationship or not, kind of like if you're in a relationship, sort of just take a step back and just tell your partner, listen, I need to work on myself a little. If they're feeling a little neglected, you need to have that conversation with them. But I feel like you need some self-care. You need to work with the cherubim angels of love, I feel, and that you need to look at yourself about how you're viewing things in your life. I feel like you're taking everything very, very personally right now, and this is not the time to be doing that. The energies may feel like that, but honestly, a week from now, Sagittarians, I feel like you're just going to be like, oh, what was I thinking? I was just being silly and stupid. And this is some of the stuff that I feel like you must work through. I feel like in the past, Sagittarians, a lot of people have, especially this last 12 years, I'm going to say, have put you in a position where you are controlled, you are forced into having to do certain things, you're not feeling very safe or comfortable about everything, things have just tossed you aside, people have come into your life saying how much they love you, and then they've left, like out of the blue, like for no reason other than a selfish reason. It's got nothing to do with you here. And I'm feeling, Sagittarians, that you're so open and that you've been so loving that you've just let everything in. You've let everything in. And when you did that, this was a way for their ego to come up and be like, okay, I don't like this reflection that I'm seeing. If you look at this card, you know, it's someone looking at a reflection in their mirror, and you're like, I don't really like what I'm seeing anymore. I don't like the way I'm thinking anymore. And you're really working hard. And I'm telling you, the angels are there. The angels are there for you to have self-love, self-care, build yourself up a little bit, Sagittarians, right now. Build yourself up, because that relationship's coming. It is coming, and you're, you know, I feel like finances are coming very well for you. I feel like relationships are coming very well for you. You'll be making some very clear decisions about what's going on in your love life. You are going to have energy from that mind of fire. Okay, so that mind of fire is going to allow sparks in your life to come out and let things shine where it needs to. Sometimes they might shine on your ego, but you're pretty good with this. You're like, okay, I made a mistake. Let's fix this. And that's what I see a lot of you Sagittarians doing. You're not playing a blame game anymore. You're looking at the self. You're doing a lot of healing. You did a lot of growing in the last 12 years. You're not blaming anybody anymore. You're just looking to have peace and quiet, and you're looking to build your relationship with someone, and you're also looking to build finances are very important to you. In order to do this, and if you're in a relationship and you're starting something new, because I'm seeing a lot of Sagittarians start new businesses, when you guys do, understand that you do have a lot of energy from the heavens backing you. So don't back down, work through your problems, try to place your problems aside, ask for help from that if you need. Look at your ego, look at when you screw up, okay? Really look at it, inspect it. It's there for you. This is the time for you to inspect it and heal it. I feel like there's a lot of family karma being healed that will not be worked out unless you actually face it. So this is the time. I feel like some Sagittarians may also have lost a parent, and that's so that they're going through something of that, not feeling very confident within themselves as well. So that's what I'm getting for you Sagittarians this weekend, and I hope that this is helpful for you. And I also feel like you guys may need a reading here and there. So if you want a reading, next little while, things are going to turn around for you greatly. But if you want a reading, you know how to contact me in the information. So Capricorns, whew, boy, Capricorn really wanted to jump out. I'm just not going to take those for a minute. Okay, so Capricorns, oh, we're hanging out in the love shack. These cards are ready to go. This is the Queen of Air. And then we're going to go to the Romance Angels. The energy of Capricorn. What's going on with Capricorn? Romance Angels. Whoop. Chemistry. Concerning the Akashic records and their love life, what's happening with them, how can we help them through it? So we have reflection, very good. Okay. I have to tell you, one of my friends, many years ago, we were taking some spiritual courses together, driving, and all of a sudden we were driving in the winter time, and it just started to snow outside here, and I tried to flip this card over. This person I haven't talked to in a while, and there was a snow owl that swooped in front of us so close that we almost hit it with the windshield. It was so incredibly beautiful, and it just kind of, this face reminds me of her, and this owl reminds me of her. I'll have to show you, it's beautiful. So anyhow, yeah, so hi, you know who you are. Anyhow, so the Queen of Air, Capricorn. This is energy of wisdom, of movement. I feel like energy from beyond. You're beyond your wisdom when it comes to love, your love life. I feel like there's a lot of chemistry with the person you're with. There's a lot of reflection. So when you look at these two cards, you know, there's a lot of reflection, a lot of chemistry. I feel like you've been together for a while for the most part, most of you, for this reading, who it's for. And I feel like there's a lot of, sorry, I put this in the wrong spot, a lot of magnetic attraction between the two of you. I feel like things are going very smooth. This thing that, at the time, right now, I feel like, you know, when this card reflection comes up, this is the time to be looking at what's going on with you. I feel like, Capricorns, you're on the brink of opening up energy. Some of you may be opening up a new business. I feel like a lot of you are going on a spiritual journey. And you're sort of reflecting that within the relationship that you're teaching the person you're with. It's almost like I feel like you're more spiritually advanced than they are, and you sort of hold their hand through it. But they really feed you energy, loving energy when you do this. So they love it, okay? They love it. And I feel like sometimes, you know, maybe you might not feel like what you're doing for them is the right thing, but it is. I feel like just be a little patient a little bit longer, and then they're going to start to see things come up in how you are dealing with it. You're setting an example within your love life, I feel, and not just in your love life, but with all your friends and family too. I see it. But I feel like you deal with people who are not mentally stable. Oh, this is interesting. Okay, so what I mean by that is maybe someone is severely depressed, and you tend to be with someone who has something seriously wrong with the way they're thinking in their mind, and there may be some sort of mental illness or mental thought form or something like that. I feel like at this time you're working through those things. You've already worked through a lot of negativity. You're speaking up, you're speaking your mind, which we know that you Capricorns can do very well. And you do it with love, actually, which is very incredibly balanced. So what I mean is people don't like to hear things, and I feel like you tell them things that they don't like to hear, and you do it in a very eloquent way, in a way that they get it, and that's loving and caring and nurturing. And I'm so thankful for my Capricorn friends, because honestly, they do the best at that. They're so good. You know, this chemistry is coming from the heavens, by the way. They vibrated your energy together in your relationship, so it's very, very good, and I'm very happy for you guys. I see a vacation coming up for you this winter. Take it, do it. I think you can afford it. You can do it. You're going to make more money, Capricorn. You're going to make more money in the near future. Absolutely. So that's the messages I have for you. Reflect on your relationships, the good things. I feel like the reflection needs to be on the good things. And I feel like it is. It's on like passion and creativity and that sort of things. Like you create much more positive things this time around than you have in the past, is what I'm seeing. I mean, I even see like you might even be pulling them out of their depression a little bit. They may be coming out of it. I feel like for a group of you who's they're attached, it may be a partner, maybe partnered with someone who's coming out of like serious depression, that kind of thing as well. So you did really good. Think about that. That's a pretty hard thing to stick by people. A lot of people don't stick by people anymore. They just don't know how to handle it. They don't have the equipped emotional state to handle it, and you do, Capricorn. You definitely do. So we're going to be going on to Aquarius here. Energy of Aquarius in the love shot. Come on, Aquarius. Let's see what you have to say. Cards have to say for everybody in Aquarians in the love shot. Shuffle. Okay, so we have the 8 of Earth. This is quite a beautiful card. It's showing a woman holding a sphere, and she's holding it close to her heart, and she has a staff with her, so she's commanding energy, she's moving forward energy. I feel like also the energy of the green man is with this person, whoever is doing this. This is like the energy of the earth. The green man is bringing in prosperity, bringing in, I feel like changes in your finances, okay? So that's really great, Aquarius. There's some underground things going on there. Behind the scenes, I see it. So we're going to call the romance angels in for Aquarius now. Okay, so we have true love. Very interesting. So we'll go with the Akashic records here in the love shack. Hanging out with all the angels for our Capricorns. All our guides and beautiful angels want to be here, helping us and guiding us. See what you have to say here for Capricorns. We have the Muse. Aww. This is really great. I mean, this is a lovely reading because what I'm seeing is you, I feel like you've gone through like a lot of tumultuous times as well. And there's been a lot of like little fightings. I feel like some I feel like some Aquariuses have had some moments of when they were seriously thinking about leaving their partner. You didn't, and you've worked through it. Now some of the fruits of that are coming out. I feel like your partner has been working very much on money in behind the scenes. If not them, then it's you who's done it. And so I feel like for the most part, your partner has been sort of pulled away and working on finances and dealing with things I want to say he, so maybe this is for she reading, that have been dealing with, I want to say like stocks and bonds and ways of making money that aren't on the forefront. Like, I'm not going to go out and do a craft and make money. I feel like this person is very good with money, like in that fashion, with sort of managing a bunch of different things is what I'm seeing. It's like you've created a really great nest egg for yourself, but you're not satisfied. And while you haven't been satisfied, I feel like the person that was with you has not brought true love to you in the past, but now it's like something has changed in them. You've changed, actually, is what the thing is. They're telling me very strongly, you have changed. You're the one, Aquarius, that has changed. You're the one that's brought true love to them now, because I feel like in the past you didn't know if you wanted to. Now it's brought forward to them. You're bringing a lot of passion into this relationship. The next card, well, the next two ones, True Love and Muse, you give this person support. You're the one that gives the person the ideas. You're the one feeding the energy to the relationship. I feel like, you know, with this Muse card that you definitely have this flavor for you. You are very entertaining for them. They're never bored with you. I feel like there's a lot of creativity going on within you right now also, so you may want to explore some of those areas. But this is definitely true love. Definitely true love that you're in. If you are not coupled, Aquarians, then I feel like for those of you who are coupled, a lot of that had to do with people who were in couples. Now I feel like for those of you who are single, you're really ready to present yourself and ask somebody out or go out on dates. And I do see a lot of that. And it is very fun. You do have a lot of fun this winter if you're living in this hemisphere where I am. But I feel like over the winter, it's like beautiful. I feel like you go on lots of trips. I feel like you have a lot of romance in your life, a lot of friendship, and it's a world that you're creating that you want. So good on you, Aquarius. You know, I can't really see right now any problems. I'm trying to look for them, like for real. But I feel like you've gotten over them. I feel like you have maybe had third-party situations in the past, but you've gotten over it. Some of you may be dealing with some of those a little bit yet, but I feel like for the most part, you're like, no more. I'm not dealing with that anymore. And you're moving into a position in your love life where it's actual love and true healing. And you can show your true self. Like when this says true love, it doesn't say love, you've fallen in love. It says true love. That means you can't, I mean, that's not going to happen unless that other person is giving you true love. It's reciprocating energy. they're doing what they can too. And I feel like you've gone through some problems, but for the most part, single ones, true love's coming. It's coming right around the corner for you. It's going to be there. And I feel like you don't, those of you who are single don't know this person yet. You've not met them. It's not someone's coming back from your past either. This is someone completely new. And there's a whole new group of friends too. So that's pretty cool. Good for you. Okay, Pisces. Let's see what's going on in the world of Pisces in the love shack. Call on all the guides and angels and beings of light that wish to want to be with Pisces here. Giving information within the energy, hanging out in the love shack. Okay, Pisces. What do we have here for you? We have the Two of Earth. So this Two of Earth here, I feel like when you look at her, she's juggling a lot. She's juggling eggs, first of all, but they're decorated, so they're probably boiled. They're not going to break if you drop them, probably. Well, they'll break, but they won't make a mess. Ha! So there's something. If your eggs are dropping, Pisces, if your eggs are hard boiled, they're not going to make a mess. Okay? So what does that mean? It means that when you're well seasoned and you understand things as a Piscean does, to the depths that they do, because they do get a lot of information from the other side as well, naturally intuitive and psychic, you're hardened. And I mean, you're seasoned, you know? You're seasoned. So that's a good thing. Let's see what the romance angels have in store for you, Pisces. Come on, Pisces. Let's see what the romance angels have to say for you today. New love. Pisces, let's see what the Akashic Records have to say for you in the love shack. Oh boy, commitment. Okay, so this is quite an interesting reading. I am feeling, Pisces, that this Two of Earth, you are creating an energy that you are ready for a relationship. You want one, you're prepared for it. I feel though, like some Pisces, that there is some spiritual growth that needs to happen still. When I see this card, I feel like with the third eye coming above the heavens, it is a couple of things. When you get in touch with nature and you're working in nature, it's very helpful for you. But I'm seeing that you have, you know, finances fairly much in order, but I feel also that it's not enough. I feel like you want to expand on that, and there is some spiritual growth. I see some veils lifting from the eyes of the Pisceans, and I feel like this next year is going to be much better for you in ways that you can't even really imagine. I feel like in the past you've had a lot of different relationships that really didn't bring you the depth that you would like. And what I mean by that is you've had a lot of love, Pisces. I'm not saying that. I think a lot of depth, but none that has moved you and motivated you to want to do something more than what you're doing and what you have. And so, to tell the truth, I feel like the ego has gone through a huge ego death. I feel like you are building, like these eggs, there's something called a cosmic egg that is around each person. And this cosmic egg is your energy field. And as your energy field is expanding and growing, and you're feeling relaxed, and you're feeling nurtured, and you're feeling good in nature, and you're feeling good with your friends and your job and all these things, your romantic life falls into place in this situation. I feel like this is divinely guided. I feel like there is a new love being stirred in within yourself right now. I am seeing for some of you that this person that you're going to be with matches you, and this is the person that you're going to stay with for the rest of your life. There is huge commitment here. I'm not talking like it could be marriage, but it may not be, but I feel like it could very possibly lead down that road. I am seeing though also that some Pisces do not have things prepared for it. Like when I look at this, I see with this new love card, I feel like the angelic energies have been not letting you away with anything. It's like, oh, I gotta do this. Oh, I gotta do this. But I feel like you've been good at pushing things aside lately and not doing it. And I'm talking for the last like 12 years, we're talking here. You're in a whole new cycle, and I feel like now you're going to feel like this motivation is going to move you forward, Pisces. It's going to move you forward into something that you've never dreamed that could possibly be for you. I feel like the second that you let go, the second that you let go of old things, the new will arise, and it will form and shape and grow beautifully into this beautiful commitment. That's what I'm seeing for you, Pisces. I'm also seeing some of you actually get engaged. I'm seeing engagements. I'm seeing rings. I'm seeing acceptance. So I feel like that other person's ready to be committed to you. One thing that they're telling me that's going to help you for sure is to be out in nature when you have decisions to make and progress to do. Physical activity out in nature somehow I feel helps you through this. So whatever that means, and whatever creative way that means that you're going to work with something outside, this is where you're going to get your peace, where you're going to get your quiet, okay? By the way, I feel like everybody in the world knows that you're going to be with this person, but you, right now, I'm sorry, Pisces, but that's what I feel. I feel like everybody knows in and around you that this is the person for you, and maybe I feel like there's some of you who aren't quite ready for it and may have some things to work through, but I feel like you do. You're juggling a bunch of different things. I feel like there's 4 eggs here she's juggling up. And, you know, one of them may be family, one of them may be work, one of them may be children, one of them may be your love life. So I feel like you're juggling a lot of that stuff, and it's now going to come out in a way where you're going to be able to put things in order so that you can progress. So that's pretty cool there, Pisces, and I hope you enjoy it, these readings. And also, it's good to listen to for your partner sign, so you can cross-watch with these things fairly easily. Just listen to your partner sign. So if you look up your sun sign and your moon sign and your Venus sign, you can listen to the other ones of those as well, and it'll give you a bigger picture about what's going on within your life. There's a natal chart below in the description box that'll help you do that. And if you have any questions about that, you can always comment, and everybody will help you through walking through all those things. So thank you for joining me, all you wonderful signs, and thank you for taking the time out to listen and really heal some of the things going on in your love life. Our love lives affect a lot of what's going on in our world. So, you know, we like to make them peaceable, and I hope that some of this advice is helping you through those things. Also, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Hit that little notification bell. All those things give you all the new things that are going on this channel. So thank you for joining me on Moonlight Witchery in the Love Shack. I love that my guides created this little space called the Love Shack. They literally called it that in my mind's eye. And we all kind of hang out there, and everybody that's in this reading, if you comment, it's helpful to comment, because it actually helps me tap into your energy for the next time. And I know that you're part of the group, so that really does help. And we'll see you again next week, and bye for now, everybody.